Dream Theater are back! Progressive metal legends Dream Theater have finally stopped teasing their fans and announced their highly anticipated 16th studio record Parasomnia, out February 7th next year via InsideOut Music, the band's first release since the return of the legendary Mike Portnoy. And of course, to celebrate this occasion, Dream Theater have also dropped their first single off of it, titled Night Terror. Now, just to be clear, we will talk about Parasomnia and everything around it in our upcoming Metal Digest this weekend. So for now, let's talk specifically about this song which Dream Theater have dropped today. Cause you know what? This is exactly what we all have been waiting for. Night Terror opens with an enchanting intro which slowly grows into the main riff and which afterwards gradually but very steadily grows in heaviness until the band explodes in energy with what becomes the main melody of this song. And here right away I just want to point out something absolutely incredible which strikes you right away. It's just how unbelievably recognizable the sound of Mike Portnoy is. And this is not in any way meant to say anything bad about Mike Mangini, quite the opposite. Mangini is an incredible drummer and I believe that all Dream Theater fans have to thank the guy for pretty much saving the band and keeping the forge for so long. But still, for some weird reason, this drum sound and this composition overall, and especially in its rhythm section, in the interaction between the bass, guitar and the drums themselves, brings this very unique feeling which simply cannot be replicated by any other musician in the world other than the core members of Dream Theater themselves. Now, right away, and run a little bit ahead of myself here, I just have to point out that this song feels very much like a natural continuation of the Black Clouds and Silver Linings era of Dream Theater. So basically a continuation of where the band has left off back in 2009. Yet at the same time, it doesn't really feel outdated and doesn't have this early 2000s pretentiousness, but rather feels very true to the origins, yet modern at the same time. And I don't know about you, but this is pretty much exactly what I have been expecting from Dream Theater after they announced the return of the legendary Mike Portnoy into the band. And here's the weird thing, Night Terror actually does have some of this progressive showing off going on in the song's composition, with each member of course getting a little bit of a spotlight to show off their incredible skills, which I'll be honest with you, usually is my least favorite part in any progressive metal song. But at the same time, when it comes to Night Terror, and I know that it might be because of, you know, the whole aura of this comeback track for Dream Theater, at least to me this does not feel overdone at all, and actually fits quite well into the song's overall mood. In the verse, Dream Theater showcase a slightly darker side of their songwriting, with James LeBrie's voice working in synergy together with the instruments to weave this almost mysterious atmosphere, which works really well with the song's title and the initial lyrics of this track. But then Dream Theater does something which really helped this band stand out in the early days. As when it comes to the chorus, the band completely changes the mood of the song, as in this part, Night Terror becomes not only significantly more melodic and catchy than during the verse, but in addition to that, the band also changes the tonality of the composition, which right away in your head creates this vision of a ray of light shining into a very dark and gloomy room. And suddenly, from being very atmospherically dark, this song changes to being almost uplifting and full of hope at the same time. And by the way, of course, just like everything I say, this is only my personal perception of this track and the feelings I personally experience while listening to it, but the craziest thing is that actually it works quite well with the lyrics of Night Terror, especially with the part of spiders seeking shelter, fading with the dawn, vanishing at sunrise as morning light shines on. I don't know, is it just me or is there something in this? And by the way guys, as always, please do not hesitate to comment on anything you hear or see in this video, and especially if you disagree with me, because the whole point of our Metal Pilgrim channel is, of course, to start a conversation. But alright, let's continue. Towards the last third of the song, Dream Theater started exploring their progressive influences to the fullest, with each, or I guess almost each band member, at least the ones that actually have an instrument to do that on, getting a spotlight to demonstrate why this band is still considered to be one of the greatest progressive metal bands of all times, and bring everything the loyal Dream Theater fanbase loves this band for on the table. But once again, for some reason, it doesn't really feel overdone at all. And even more, this song is running for more than 10 minutes. Yet during that entire track, I caught myself thinking that not even once I thought of when it will finally be over. And quite the opposite. The song's ending actually makes you feel uplifted and makes you long for more, which I guess is exactly what the purpose of this comeback single was. Oh, and by the way guys, if you're not really a fan of progressive style heavy metal and you actually did feel like this song was slightly overstretched for your own personal taste, Dream Theater actually did release a 6-minute long radio edit version of Night Terror, which actually does keep all of the essence of this track without, you know, tiptoeing around the main theme of it too much. Although, I have to be honest with you, I find it rather unnecessary, as at least to my personal taste, it is in the original 10-minute long version that Dream Theater are actually able to paint all of the vivid images in your head. And at least to me, once again, it doesn't really feel overstretched at all. And here we come to the main part of this review, and here I have to be very honest with you, and I want you to try to hear what I'm saying. Night Terror does not open Dream Theater from a new angle that you haven't seen this band from before. This, in a way, is a rather safe song. It gives the loyal Dream Theater fanbase exactly what they have been longing for all these years. And it is absolutely okay, as I believe that this is exactly its purpose and the original intention by the band. With his return, Mike Portnoy has brought much more than just his unique drumming style back into Dream Theater. He's brought back his vision and interpretation of Dream Theater music, which has always worked really well, particularly in synergy with the other guys in the band. And the purpose of this single is to showcase the fans that this synergy is back. And this is it. And even more, I actually believe that this first single might not exactly be indicative of the direction Dream Theater will be going in on their upcoming 16th studio album, of which, as I promised you guys, we will be talking quite extensively, because there is actually something interesting to talk about there in the upcoming Metal Digest this weekend. So guys, make sure to not miss it. But for now, please let us know what you guys personally think about this first single from Dream Theater, and whether you would like me to actually talk about this band more on the show. And of course, invite the boys from this band on the interview on the show in the coming month. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this very short and spontaneous video, guys, which I was really happy to record actually. And as always, thank you so much guys for supporting me, this show, and my country through this very difficult time. God bless you all. We will prevail. Slava Ukraini!